Right now on 12, bracing for the impact of Isaias, how the storm could affect people right here in the Hudson Valley.
We just have to plan for the worst case scenario, which we're doing now.
The preparations now underway, plus 3 stolen vehicles, a carjacking, and this fiery crash. The warning tonight from police. And what Governor Cuomo is saying needs to be done for schools to reopen in September. News 12 starts now. Hello, everyone. I'm Antoinette Bjordy. Thanks for joining us. We begin tonight with the impending storm headed our way. Now a tropical storm, Isaias, is expected to gain strength overnight. The powerful storm snapping trees and knocking out power Saturday in the Bahamas. It's now barreling toward the Florida coast. Now, where it's projected to move up the East Coast, here in New York, the Coast Guard already urging hurricane preparedness in the tri-state area. Meteorologist Craig Allen is here now. He's been tracking this the whole time. Craig has the very latest. Hey, Craig.
Yeah, hi there, Antoinette. Let's talk about that because that's going to be a Monday night, Tuesday into early Wednesday event. And we will also be talking about showers and thunderstorms for tomorrow, too, a little bit later in this newscast. So this is going to be a very active week around here. You can see the storm, and I'll zoom into it right now. And basically across Florida's coastline, showers and thunderstorms are reorganizing. It's getting intense again. It lost some intensity. It weakened as it went across Andros Island. But now it is a 70-mile-per-hour storm, so it's still a tropical storm. I think it's going to go back up to hurricane force, at least a minimal Category 1. And you can see how it works its way right on up A1A along the Florida coastline there, curves along with the U.S. coastline with the eastern seaboard, makes its way on up towards the Carolinas, and then right across western Long Island. That is the latest track across western Long Island, just across the southeast part of the lower Hudson Valley and then on up into New England. Now, obviously, that's going to wobble back and forth a little bit over the next couple of days until it does eventually get here. So start planning now. The way I'm looking at it right now is, sometime during that Monday night into Wednesday time frame. If it stays close to the coast, we not only get strong, heavy rain, but we get strong winds to go along with it. And tropical winds and downpours and the tides along the Sound Shore could also be affected. We'll talk more about this coming up. Antoinette.
All right. Thank you, Craig. And the cleanup is underway, as you could see here in the Dominican Republic, the island dealing with 2 reported deaths, flash flooding and mudslides. Hurricane Isaias also snapping trees and knocking out power to thousands across the Caribbean. Now, here at home, Con Edison is preparing for outages of its own.
We are prepared with extra crews and equipment and staging areas, and we'll be prepared to just respond. And the most important part for us is returning power to whomever may have lost it. Prepping is an initial step, and that's what we're going through right now.
And Con Edison says crews are prepping for the storm while also fighting the spread of COVID-19. Workers are practicing social distancing, wearing masks, and allowing just 1 person per vehicle. News 12's Gino Ganello has more on the preparations underway.
The Hudson Valley region is preparing for what they could face as the storm makes its way up the East Coast.
So we have an emergency management division, and we usually start our planning 120 hours out from landfall. So we've done that. The emergency management division is in the emergency operations center currently, and we're starting to get ready.
A storm like this requires extreme attention, not only because of its severity, but because of the uncertainty that comes with it.
It can change quickly, the speed of the storm, the direction of the storm, the pressure of the storm. So we're monitoring it, and we'll do so throughout the weekend. And we're starting to formulate our plans for as early as Monday.
But the hardest part about preparing for Isaias actually has nothing to do with preparation at all.
Waiting. The hardest thing is to wait and see where it hits. And how strong it is. That's actually the hardest part of storm planning, is the stuff that you can't really plan for.
Governor Cuomo has also directed state agencies to prepare emergency response assets and has urged the public to be prepared and alert in response to the forecast that Isaias could sweep through parts of New York City and Long Island, as well as the Hudson Valley. In Yonkers, Gino Ganello, News 12.
All right, thank you, Gino. And Governor Andrew Cuomo says New Yorkers should be prepared for anything.
We're taking all the precautions, doing all the preparations. and preparing for the worst, hoping for the best, but we'll have more information as it gets closer. We have the Emergency Command Center up and talking to local governments. We're having the state agencies are getting deployed. We're looking for possible situation early mid-next week.
Now, questions about the hurricane came up during Saturday's COVID briefing held by phone. The governor says we hit a new record for more single-day COVID-19 tests. Now, out of 83,000 tests, less than 1% came back positive. 4 patients have died overnight. Well, the state continues to crack down on businesses not following social distancing and other COVID regulations. Last night, 41 violations were given, including to 27 businesses in Manhattan. 7 more suspensions also issued in the New York City area. Now, an Ossining restaurant lost their liquor license during a local crackdown. News 12's Carol Wilkinson has the exclusive video, which led to the suspension and what the owner is now saying.
The Atlantic Bar and Restaurant on Croton Avenue in Ossining shut down, its liquor license suspended following this police video. The exclusive body camera footage showing officers entering the crowded bar last week.
They sent officers in, they looked around the bar, they observed that they were not following social distancing protocols. The occupancy was way over, and they were cited.
According to the state, the bar was not serving food with alcohol, and people inside were not wearing masks.
It's a public safety issue. I mean, the virus is real. We don't want to see anybody contributing to the further spread of the virus.
The bar's owner, Carlos Espinal, is crying foul and facing fines upwards of $10,000. He took us inside, showing us the face masks and hand sanitizer that he says he provides to customers, and also showed us the empty frame that once displayed his liquor license.
When they came in, they left, and another day, the guy, the inspector for the liquor authority came, and he taken my license for no reason. You know, I don't have like in the time, I had like 35 people. You know, I feel bad.
And Ossining police say this is an ongoing effort, and they have this warning for business owners.
You're not talking your way out of it, in other words. If you are in violation, you will be fined.
As for the Atlantic Bar and Restaurant, Espinal says he does not know when he'll reopen. In Ossining, Carol Wilkinson, News 12.
An Ossining Police Department says the unannounced check-ins began for all bars in Ossining last week. Cuomo also reminding local governments they must be the ones enforcing the laws. So we wanted to know, do you think police are doing a good job enforcing COVID-19 regulations? Out of more than 500 votes online, 64% said no, while 36% said yes. To weigh in, just head on over to our Facebook page. The state closely watching infection rates to see how schools will reopen now, and as Governor Cuomo urges districts to come up with COVID-19 testing schedules for students.
How are you going to test the students? How many are you going to test per day? How long will it take to turn around the tests? And where are you going to get that testing capacity?
The governor says early detection is necessary in our schools, and many districts submitting their plans Friday, while some like Ossining and Scarsdale requested an extension. Governor Cuomo saying as of right now, schools should prepare to reopen. An official decision is expected to be announced next week. Well, new tonight, a fiery crash after a police chase through several communities. The suspect escaping custody after stealing vehicles and a carjacking. It all began around 5:20 Saturday morning. Harrison police pursuing a stolen vehicle spotted on Westchester Avenue that crossed into Portchester. The driver crashed and ran off. He then carjacked this car from a woman before crashing again, causing it to go up in flames. Again, he ran off. It appears he quickly found an unlocked car with a fob inside, and the car recovered in West Haven, Connecticut. No arrests have been made. Police once again reminding you to lock your cars, take the keys or fob with you, and remove all valuables at night. Also new tonight, the Putnam County Sheriff's Office wants troopers to be armed with these body cameras. The proposal is being presented in a 2021 budget request to the county. The Sheriff's Department already is using cameras in all of the patrol cars for more than 20 years. Well, Hurricane Isaias, which as you can see is tracking up the East Coast, New York, possibly getting hit with a powerful tropical storm. But before it even gets here, we could see strong storms and flooding. Meteorologist Craig Allen has the very latest for us now. Hi, Craig.
Hi there, Antoinette. Yeah, absolutely. We could be waking up to showers and thunderstorms again, just like we did the other night. What was it, 2 nights ago? They woke us up. Well, it's going to happen again late tonight, tomorrow, and Monday before we even have to worry about the tropical system. Now you're taking a look at some of those showers and thunderstorms coming across from New York State and Pennsylvania. A couple of them, as I said, could be here before sunup. And you notice there's a lot of it. This has nothing to do with the tropical storm whatsoever. This is all out in the Ohio Valley, and that wave of low pressure will certainly bring some noisy showers and downpours to the area. Now you notice here once again is as we take a look at the tropical system moving on up the Florida coastline, making its way past the Carolinas and the Outer Banks, and then right up across the western part of Long Island. I'll tell you, if it's close enough to the coast like that, we're not only going to be dealing with the heavy rainfall, but we might have some strong winds too. And that's why I'm saying it's time to start planning right about now, because it could be close to the coastline, bring us strong winds, and some of the heaviest winds or strongest winds would be along the Sound Shore, where you could also have a problem with some tidal flooding. So that's the idea for the evening hours and for tomorrow and on into Tuesday and on into Wednesday as well. Tonight, we're expecting lows in the 70s mostly and very, very muggy with temperatures that will only drop back a few more degrees during the late night and early morning hours. Tomorrow, we're right back up in the 80s, but it's not a perfect day. The showers and thunderstorms will probably stop us at some point during the afternoon. You'll have to run in. So there's your 80% chance of that happening on Sunday, a 90% chance of rainfall, tropical rain on Tuesday. We'll talk more about that in the 7-day coming up.